All right, so just picked this new 2024 300 XCW up last week. I'm the first kid in my neighborhood to get one of these. It's going to be my first ride up here in the woods, this top secret riding location. Anyway, ridden the bike around around my house a little bit, got a couple hours on it. It is way different than my 2020 KTM 300 XCW. That is for sure. Does not run the same. The gearing's not the same. Turns out that the engine is pretty much the same as the XC with a little less horsepower. Gear ratios are the same. Internally, it doesn't have a low gear or a tall 6th gear anymore like all the W's have had in the past. I don't know why they call it a W anymore without that. The stock gearing, it's pretty tall geared stock. Go like 80 miles an hour, and first gear is not low. So I put a 12-tooth front sprocket on, get it down to more of a woods riding type gear ratio. I like the rear sprocket being smaller like it is, to not be hitting on things when you're in a rut or trying to go through some rocks. That's a pretty good idea. But yeah, I don't need a woods bike that goes 80 miles an hour. Anyway, we'll see how she does up here today. I don't have a steering damper on it yet. I've contacted Scott's. They're working on a mount for it. I was able to change over the radiator guards from my 2020. They did fit right on. These bulletproof design radiator guards, and also the cooling fan from my 2020 bike swapped over. There's a plug under the tank, just plugs right in, comes on automatically when it gets hot. Pretty nice. Anyway, this thing is handling really good. It feels lighter than the 2020, that's for sure. But that engine performance at part throttle, like anything below a quarter throttle, it just sounds like it does not run right. Like right there. But once you get past quarter throttle, boy, it pulls nice and strong. Right there, trying to go slow. Definitely feel like I'm going faster on this bike though. That's kind of nice. I'm just running on the stock tires right now. I don't have a a squishy Moose front tire like on my other bike. Running about 10 psi in the front, 12 in the back. Bikers, squirrel. Straight down. Got this bike tractored right up on here, right up here just fine. Surprise. Now I gotta turn it around. See if I can get out of here. precarious. I believe I came up this. Woo. Hate it. Earlier in the video, every time I would say stock gearing, the camera would shut off because apparently DJI thinks that sounds like stop recording. Anyway, 1 tooth smaller on the front I think is pretty good for the woods. It's pretty easy to do. I did take 2 links out of the chain and slid the swing arm up a little further. Pro tip: the shorter your wheelbase is, the more traction you get. So slide that thing forward. Anyway, rode about 45 miles on a full tank, and there's about that much gas left. On this side, I think it'll go 60 miles with that kind of riding, even with the lower gearing. It handled really good. I really liked it. This stock rear tire sucks. You hit the brake and it just kind of slides. It doesn't really do much. Probably swap over this tire to it at some point, but the rear axle on this one is bigger diameter, so you have to take the spacers out of the 23, 24 models and put them in your older wheels if you want to use older wheels. I'm sure somebody's going to sell spacers here before too long for that. But overall, I think it's a pretty good bike. Hopefully 2-stroke performance or somebody that does ECU tuning can fix that low RPM spot. That's kind of shitty. But yeah, probably going to be selling this one. Anyway, thank you. Bye.